Welcome to Chuck's Guitar Geekery. Today I'm doing a quick modification to this Tele parts caster here that I've always liked but never loved, simply because the sound plugged in is just very thin sounding. Like it's too ice picky on the high end. And yes, I have 250k pots in here, but it's always sounded almost like when you run a single coil through 500k pots. So I said, why can't we just put a resistor in line? I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's a little resistor here that costs pennies, and see, because you put it from the height of the pickup to the ground, and essentially, because it's 250k pots, and I don't know what the math is, this is 470k, which is what I have to put in a guitar where I'm mixing single coils and humbuckers, so I can still 500k pots for the humbuckers, but then this little resistor lets a single coil see the 250-ish k that they like to see. So let's see if doing that on this guitar that already has 250k pots, let's see if it helps. Because frankly, my benchmark for what I like my Tele to sound like with a bridge pickup is this Wilkinson Alnico here. It's probably my favorite sounding Tele bridge pickup. So I wanted to get it more in line with that. I know it's not going to sound exactly the same, and you want guitars to sound different if you're going to have different guitars. I get it, but to see if it kind of takes the ice pickiness down and I can use this guitar more without having to always adjust the amps or pedals or whatever to tame the high end on it. So like, subscribe. I'm going to go through sound samples now. So each sound sample I'm going to start the ideal Tele sound that I'm looking for. Then I have this before the modification, and then I have it after the modification. So it'll say no resistor and with resistor. So let's go through the sounds now. So before filming this talking part, I went back and listened to the recording of that over and over and over again, and it made a difference. I don't know. I kind of want to go back, see if I can get a lesser value. I don't have any other value resistors right now. Maybe like a 200k resistor. Because yes, it tamed the high ends and kind of got it more in line with what my ideal Tele sound is, but it might be too much. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I mean, this is also not as hot of a pickup as my other one is, but that's okay. They don't have to sound exactly the same. I don't know if you hear Paul's trip-trapping. My dogs keep coming to bother me, but yeah, let me know what you think. Is this a worthwhile modification? I mean, it costs pennies to do, and it can be easily undone, so. Because I kind of wanted to do this. I have no idea what kind of pickup this is. I have not taken this bridge off. I bought this as a loaded body a long time ago for like $100. Then I got, this net came off another parts caster that I'd gotten in a trade, and this wouldn't intonate on the guitar that it was on because that guitar was meant for 22 frets, it's 21 frets. But that's another story. That's why this parts caster exists. And it plays really well. That's why I've always liked this guitar, but it's just a little too ice picky on the high end, and yes, you could roll the tone knob back a little bit. I don't know. I'd rather just have the guitars, they don't have to sound exactly the same, but in the ballpark of each other. So it was annoying kind of either always have to roll the tone back or adjust the amp every time I use this guitar. So anyways, let me know what you think. Like I said, I don't know if, I can't remember if I talked about this earlier, but just this little resistor, you put one end on the hot coming off of the pickup, then the other end on the ground. So it's pretty much sending more treble to ground is what it's doing. And like I said, I may try a different value. I don't have any other values right now, any lower values, like maybe 200K, so it doesn't take as much of it out. And yes, these are subtle differences. I get that. But I don't know. I like being able to find the cheapest modification I can do before going to spend money on a more expensive modification. So anyways, I'm going to play it out with the jam track here. I usually start the videos with those, but I'm going to end this one with it. So I didn't do my ideal telly for the jam track, but I went through it with and without the resistor in here. So like and subscribe, and yeah, see you next time.